Hi guys, welcome to Tiflydesigns. Today we're sharing all the cards that I made using my Simon Says Stamp July card kit, and it's called You Shine. I love the colors. All of a sudden I'm like a yellow fan. I love yellow all of a sudden. It was never one of my favorite colors, but now it's getting to me and I love it. So the kit is filled with a lot of stuff. We have a gilded wax from Tim Holtz. We have window frames also from Tim Holtz Ideology, pattern papers, some beautiful pattern papers from Simple Stories, and it's called Vintage Lemon. And we also have some pretty cardstock. Look at that yellow, how it's bright and pretty. Then this beautiful Flower Garden embossed and cut folder from Simon Says Stamp. And like I said, the papers are from Simple Stories and it's called Vintage Lemon Twist. And then the stamp set is called You Shine and it's from Simon Says Stamp and it's a 6x8. So we're going to begin by stamping a bunch of images and color them up, and we'll get started in our cards. So here we go. So I stamped a bunch of the images. I'm not going to be using all of them, but I stamped a bunch and we're going to color them up. I'm using my Arteza markers today, trying to use up some of my supplies that I haven't used in a long time, and we'll get started. For our first card, I'm using this dark gray pattern paper from the kit, one of the window frames, and I cut out 3 of my lemons that I colored and fussy cut out, and I'm using an ugly piece of yellow scrap paper that no one is going to see the back of it, see the ugliness of it, but we try to use as much of our scrap as possible to save on supplies. And we're just going to add it to the back of my window frame and then add my images and my sentiment. Since our window frame is so thick, we are using some foam adhesive on the back of my lemons at certain points just to keep it leveled, and just add some liquid glue on the frame itself. Then we add some liquid glue on the back of the entire thing, and add it to our piece of pattern paper, and we'll finish off card number 1. And this is actually going to be a happy birthday card. Once I added here all of my images, I add some liquid glue on the entire piece of my entire card front, and I'm adding it to a white card base. And that's pretty much it for card number 1. For card number 2, I'm using another one of the window frames, and I'm adding it to a butterfly piece of pattern paper. Simple. like so. And then we're gonna add that entire thing to this piece of yellow checkered paper. And then we're gonna add our sentiment. It also says happy birthday, and we're adding it to the center of the center window panes, going across. I stamped the sentiment on a piece of white cardstock, and we're gonna add a couple of butterflies that we fussy cut out from another pattern paper, another piece of pattern paper. Then we add that to another white card base. And you know I'm a butterfly lover. If you've been on my channel before or you watch videos before, you know that I'm a butterfly lover. So I enjoy adding my butterflies to card number 2. For card number 3, this one is actually my favorite. I don't know. I love to have like a dark background and then a pop of color. I have a video on my channel where I did just that, where I started everything. Well, the background was black and white, and then I would add just a pop of color. And so this is actually my favorite. So I started with that black and white checkered piece of pattern paper. I used another one of my window frames and added to the polka dot black and white paper. And we're just gonna add this to our checkered piece of paper. And at the beginning I stamped the flower pot for the window that fits perfectly at the bottom of the window frames, and I colored it up, and I also colored that beautiful butterfly. So the flower pot is going to go to the bottom of the frame, and then our butterfly is going to go at the top of the window. So pretty. And like I said, it's my favorite, so you guys let me know what you think. Oh my god, I love it so much. I think I might just have this one display on my desk because I love it so much and keep it for the month. Then this one is also added to a white card base, and that's it for card number 3. For card number 4, I'm using the other half of my black and white checkered paper, and I'm using a piece of yellow pattern paper, and I'm putting it across the bottom like so. And then we're going to add some more lemons and butterflies. But our sentiment we cut out, it says "you're sweet," and I cut it around the sentiment, carrying the shape of the sentiment. And then we're going to just add these lemons. Once we decide where the lemons want the lemons to be, we're just gonna add it to a white card base, and that's it for card number 4. Card number 5 is the simplest one. I use this pattern paper, and it's double-sided, so it said soak up the sunshine, and I wanted to keep that sentiment, so I cut it and folded the back pattern, so the back of the pattern on the back of the paper is showing to the front. So I just folded the bottom part over, and I'm adding a piece of yellow pattern paper across, but something was missing from this one at first, and I decided to switch it up a bit, and I ended up cutting the paper down and adding the dark paper at the sorry, excuse me, the dark pattern paper at the bottom and at the top, because it seems like something was missing. So I ended up switching it up, and this is what the switch looked like. The yellow paper is still at the bottom, but I added the dark pattern paper at the top and just above the yellow. I think it looks so much better like this, and it was just simple. Soak up the sunshine, add it to a card base, and that was it. Card number 6 was also simple. I cut out this pattern paper. It says be sweet, be kind, and some of the flowers on the right side I fussy cut out from the other piece of paper and just adhere it to the side so you can have more stuff going on. And then I colored the bees that I colored at the beginning. I added a bunch of them to the front of the paper, and then just added to a card base. What did I just say? Added to a white card base, and that was pretty much it for this card. Also very simple. And for my bees to still have their little antennas, I don't know if you call it antenna, and legs and all that good stuff, I stamped the image on my pattern paper first before I adhere my bees, so that we can have their legs and all that good stuff showing. Once I stamped the image, and I just colored in the legs and the antennas, if that's what you call it, at the front, and then just adhere my image. once all my bees, sweet be kind bees are added, I add it to a white card base, and that's it for card number 6. For card number 7, we have lemons again, but this time we have the whole lemon. And this sentiment came from one of the piece of pattern paper, and it says, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. That's what I do. So I cut out these 2 lemons, but by the end of the card, I think it needed another lemon, so I ended up coloring another lemon, and we ended up with 3 lemons. So I'm here trying to fuss with it and see how I like it and da 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 da. So I added here my sentiment first, and then work with my lemons. So like I said, I ended up coloring another lemon. I ended up covering up the word when, and it still works. So it says, life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And I love it much better with the 3 lemons. That's why I feel like when you're doing a card, stick with odd numbers. It seems to look better that way. So that's it for card number 7. Yes, that's 7. And I actually love that one also. For card number 8, I cut out this image right here from one of the pattern papers, and I'm going to adhere it to this yellow piece of paper. And then we have the sentiment cut. This is happy birthday, which we're going to add right at the center to cover up all that stuff going on there. And I just use a circle die to cut the side of the sentiment so that it's rounded, imitating the roundness of the doily, the black doily in the front. So I'm going to add the image like so, and then just cut off the excess and add my sentiment, add this to a card base, and this is also another simple one. Add it to a card base and add a couple of my pretty butterflies, and that's it for card number 8. Card number 9, I used the cute little emboss and cut folder, and I cut it from this yellow cardstock, and I'm putting it, framing the piece of butterfly pattern paper, and we're adding it to an embossed piece of black cardstock, and we'll be adding that other piece of yellow in the bottom with our sentiment. Then we're going to use our gilded wax and add it to the embossed area of our emboss and cut folder, just to add a little shine, I guess, to the embossing, the black cardstock that was embossed. And we're trying to find a nice blue card base for our card front, and I think this is good. So we added our wax, and we also added this to our blue card base, and that's it for card number 9. For card number 10, I'm using one of the circle window frames, and I have a butterfly that I colored at the beginning, and I colored it with some yellow, and we're adding it to that dark gray pattern paper from the first card. And this is just going to be added to the center of our pattern paper, and then we're going to also add a sentiment and finish off our card number 10. So we stamped happy birthday, and we're gonna first cut around the sentiment, just leaving a white border around the sentiment, and we're gonna add it to the bottom of our window frame. I decided to add the sentiment directly to the frame, so I add here the top of the sentiment with some liquid glue, and then I'm going to add some foam adhesive at the bottom, since again the frame is thick, so we're going to have to add some foam adhesive so that it's all level on the card. Then we add that to our checkered yellow and white pattern paper and add it to a white card base, and that's it for card number 10. This one is also pretty simple and pretty at the same time. For a bonus card, I went all out. I did a slimline card, and I used the emboss and cut folder, and actually emboss and cut it 3 times on a piece of black cardstock. So now we have 3 embossed area, 3 frame cutout, and we're adding some of the butterflies that we paint colored at the beginning of the video, and I'm just adding them to the back of the frame and kind of maneuvering them the way I want them to be, and then cut off the excess cardstock. Once I have my butterflies the way I want them to be, I shake the bottle of my wax, and then I'm using the brush that came in the kit, and I'm just adding a little shine around the embossed area of each frame. This gilded wax is super pretty. The screen, the TV, the computer does not give it any justice. If you see it in real life in front of your face, it's very pretty. Once I was done with my wax, I added the black frame to a piece of yellow cardstock. Then I added to a white card base, and that's it for the bonus card. I also love this one. Hope you do too. So these are the 11 cards I made, 10 plus a bonus. And I think I love them all, but like I said, the one with the butterfly and the flower pot is my favorite. Please leave me a comment and let me know which one is your favorite, and we'll see if you love the ones that I love also. And I want to thank you guys for stopping by and for checking out my channel and for watching the video. Check out the kit on Simon Says Stamp, and my favorite. And I hope you guys will stop by again and continue to watch and enjoy my card videos. Coming next, I have a collaboration with some very talented ladies for our Christmas in July card video. Well, not cards, whichever we were making, but it's Christmas in July, and so I hope you guys will join us and follow all the ladies. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.